high. It's a deep. It is out of here. 7:56. Bond stands alone.
Now Booker with Tucker on him. Throws it up for 8. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a block from Giannis.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining. And they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Taproom Sports Podcast. I am your host, Jordan. Stacks on Stacks, lads. Joined with my man, Mr. Big Ball and Ben Larson. How you doing tonight, Ben?
Not too bad. Still dealing with my move. So it's been quite the day, quite the week. I cannot wait for Sunday night. That's going to be the first podcast at the new place.
Let's go, y'all.
I'll be
Settled in.
wasted for that.
Probably what?
Wasted for that after a long time. So.
All right. Well, that'll be interesting.
Probably not.
We'll see how that goes. Yeah, man. Awesome day. We're being brought to you by Tavour. Make sure to go to Tavour.com or download the Tavour app straight to your mobile device and use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. That's craft beer delivered straight to your front door. You don't even have to move. How great is that?
Love it.
It is awesome. Are you sipping on anything?
I am. Nothing that you can find at Tavour, though. That's for sure. I'm going with a truly margarita tonight. Keeping it a little light.
Okay.
Got that mango chili margarita. It is more mango than chili.
It's more mango than chili.
It's good. It's a good different, change of pace from beer. So
nice, man. Nice.
What are you drinking?
I'm just sipping on good old faithful. I got a Gypsy Fade IPA.
Nice.
Actually, I haven't had one in a minute. I've been drinking some different pale ales and pilsners and stuff. So went back to the well, as they like to say. So we're back there. It's one of my favorite IPAs brewed in Vegas. Not one of my favorite IPAs of all time, but it is a good one. It's very good. Yep. With that being said, Ben, we got a big show on deck. A lot of Major League Baseball to talk about. We are a little less than a week away from the trade deadline. Actually, I think we are a week away. I think the trade deadline is next Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday? I thought it was Thursday for some reason, but I'll take your word for it.
I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday.
It's one of those T days.
Yeah, one of those T's. And, there's a lot of teams that need to make a move. We kind of discussed a little bit of it on Sunday. Irvin and I talked about playoff races after the games yesterday and kind of touched on like teams that need to make a move today. And I think we're going to touch on similar things today after some of the games we've seen and some of these teams that have been playing after the All-Star break. But so let's hop right into it, Ben. The first game I want to discuss and talk about is the New York Yankees and the New York Mets.
Yeah.
The Subway Series. So this game opened up, it was a -105 pick on both sides. The Yankees got bet up overnight to like -115, closed like -115, -120, depending on where you could get it at.
Yeah.
So money was moving the line on the Yankees. The reason why was because Jordan Montgomery was on the mound, and the Mets are one of the worst teams against left-handed pitchers.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan Montgomery got shelled. Gave up 4 runs in the first inning. This is right after Judge and Rizzo go back-to-back.
Yep.
And Taijuan Walker hadn't even given up a home run in Citi Field all year. Gave up 2 back-to-back.
2 in the first. Not back-to-back, but...
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about Montgomery. Sorry.
Yeah, no, Judge went back. Judge and Rizzo went back-to-back.
Yeah.
So the Mets end up winning 6-3. And outside of Judge and Rizzo, I mean, the team absolutely struggled at the plate.
Yeah.
Only 4 other hits, and those came from 2 other guys, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa and Aaron Hicks. So outside of 4 guys, nobody else got a hit for the Yankees. This has been an ongoing issue lately, especially because, Judge has been a big supply of their offense. And at some point, he's not going to continue hitting the way he is.
Yep.
He's still going to be good, but there's no way he's going to continue hitting 6 home runs in less than a week and hitting over like 500, dude. Like, it's just, it's not sustainable. And then, we kind of talked about it on Sunday, Ben. We talked about how if we were the Yankees, we would go out and get a starting pitcher because outside of Garrett Cole, there's not a whole lot there. And then their bullpen's banged
question
up.
Marks. Yeah, and it's question marks for, their other starting pitchers there. I mean, is Cortez going to, be able to kind of go for the long run there in the long haul? Because, like you've been mentioning, he's been past his, average or not average, but
Career innings.
Career innings. And, you've got tomorrow's starter and Jermaine, who's definitely questionable right there. You've got, Clark Schmidt, who's questionable there. And then you've got a lot of, I don't want to say has-beens, but a lot of people who aren't playing up to their potential in that relief pitching.
Well, I mean, their relief pitching is absolutely banged up. I mean, they lose Michael King and Chad Green for the whole year. I mean, those are 2 of their 2 high leverage relievers. But yes, our Lotus Chapman is definitely not the same guy that he once was.
Yep.
So outside of that, I mean, you have Clay Holmes, and then you got a bunch of guys that, are in unfamiliar territory now because they have to move up into high leverage roles.
Yep.
Like Lucas Luque and Wandy Peralta, who's been hurt. But
Peralta's been pretty good since coming back, though.
He has, and Jonathan Lozaya. I mean, these are just guys that now they're now they're going from like middle relief guys that came in like to when the starter got beat up, or guys that came in when the game isn't necessarily on the line. Now they're going to be those guys.
Yeah.
Right. And can Clay Holmes, can he continue doing what he's been doing all year? I mean, the guy has a 1.26 ERA, 1.26 ERA, 2.23 xFIP, striking out 27% of batters he faces, Ben.
Yeah.
That's incredibly high. That's like way above league average, dude.
Yeah, and when you're in a series, when guys see you 3-4 times, I don't think that's going to be the case, because they're gonna kind of catch on to his pitches. They're going to kind of expect what to get from him, and
he's been nasty though.
He has, but when you're in a playoff series,
that's the one thing where I think it's going to hurt. That's the one thing I think it's going to hurt, like not having another starting pitcher. Like if they go into a playoff series with Garrett Cole, Jameson Taillon, Jordan Montgomery, Nestor Cortez, and Luis Severino, he's on the IL right now, so who even knows what's going to be that? But I mean, he hasn't been the same since he came back from Tommy John surgery. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's still
Jermaine
battling
hasn't
through it.
been the same.
Yeah.
Since coming back from domestic abuse.
Yeah.
So.
That's true. So I mean, like I just don't trust it. And the thing I don't trust the most is like outside of Garrett Cole, like who on that team do you trust going 2 times through a lineup? You know what I mean? Like nobody. I don't trust.
I mean,
Nestor
as
Cortez.
a Yankees fan, you're gonna trust Cortez.
No way.
That's pretty much it. Other than Yankees fans, I don't think you can say that would be someone who's. I mean, it all depends. Are you going to get Nestor Cortez from the first 3 months?
But that's what I'm saying is like you don't know what you're going to get. So it's like until you see it, like I want to go into the playoffs knowing what I'm going to get, you know, or at least feeling good knowing what I'm going to get. I don't know what I'm going to get from these guys. You know what I mean? So I think it's very important for them to get a starting pitcher and a high leverage reliever. They need it desperately. And tomorrow, then they're going against they're going against Max Scherzer and they're sending Domingo Germán to the mound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this was a game that I thought they, like, I shouldn't say must have, dude. It's not a must win because they're in first place by a long margin.
Yeah.
But to take the series, and the reason why they're so good is because they've been winning all their series. They've won every single series they've played except for one, which is to the Houston Astros, who are a better team than them. The only team the Astros cannot beat is the A's. I don't know how that happens, but it is very strange.
Yeah.
But like now they're probably gonna lose this series 0-2 because this is only a 2-game set. And in their last 10, Ben, they're 5-5. They've been a medium of the road team. And they got a series coming up against the Mariners soon too.
Yeah.
What's their schedule look like in the next week?
Let's see. Yankee schedule in the next week. Sorry, pulling that up right now.
Oh shit, they get the Royals first. And then they get the Mariners.
No.
Yeah, they get the Royals
yeah.
next.
Sorry. Yeah.
But they have a pretty
Royals,
brutal
Mariners.
August, dude.
Yeah, Royals, Mariners. Then they go and play St. Louis at St. Louis. Mariners again, Boston, Tampa Bay, Toronto. You know, you're going to have a couple players out for Toronto. So, and then the Mets again I guess Oakland closes out the month.
They get to beat up on Oakland for 4 games and then beat up on the Angels for 3 games. So.
Yeah, but then, I mean, look at that. Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Tampa Bay, Boston, Milwaukee, Pittsburgh for 2, Boston, Toronto, Baltimore, Texas. I guess Texas is going to be an easy series, but like that's a difficult second half of the season right there.
Yeah, no, they have a pretty brutal schedule. But I mean, I think there's seriously like 4 World Series contenders right now, Ben. Like 4 serious contenders. I think it's the Yankees, the Astros, the Dodgers, and the Braves.
Yeah.
Those are like the only teams that I would like bet on to win the World Series.
Well, yes. I think with kind of what's happening in Toronto, I think you can also say that Toronto's up there, because if you're going to a series and you're going to have to play, 3 games in Toronto where you don't have a couple players.
Very fair point.
That's a big, that's what I wanted to talk a little bit about Toronto after we went to.
Go ahead. Let's talk about it. Let's hop right into Toronto right now, because they are hot right now, dude. They won 6 in a row now.
They're hot right now. They just beat up on St. Louis today, who, we were talking about is going to be one of those, sleeper teams to get into the playoffs. And they're missing Arenado and
Yep.
And oh my God, who is that second guy out
Goldschmidt.
today? Goldschmidt too. Yeah. So like those are 2 major players that St. Louis is missing, and they got work today, 10-3. So
well, the good thing is that the Giants continue to lose. So
well, yeah, but I mean, if you're an AL team that are missing, a bunch of guys that haven't gotten vaccinated or don't want to get the vaccination,
you're screwed.
You're going to be missing out on a couple games where maybe a big shot, maybe a couple depth guys can't play, and that could cause some major issues in a series.
Dude, Toronto has the best home field advantage in baseball right now.
Yeah, because half the players don't show up.
Yep,
they can't show up.
Yeah,
so,
and I mean it's huge, dude. It's absolutely huge for Toronto, but I mean this was brutal for St. Louis if you look at it on the other end, because they lose 2 or 3 from the Reds, and then they go to Toronto without Goldschmidt and Arenado. They dropped those 2. That's 4 of their last 5. And like I said before, the good thing for them is that the Giants continue to lose, and then the Phillies, they did beat Atlanta on Monday, but they lost today. Yeah. Probably gonna lose tomorrow too. And so I mean, like, that might benefit them, but still, I mean, you're not only are they in a wild card race, they're also in the division battle, and they basically just like forfeited a couple games to Milwaukee there.
Yeah, with 2 of your best offensive players out, and I mean, Arenado and Goldschmidt have both won Gold Gloves, right?
Well, definitely Arenado. He's won like
Yeah,
platinum gloves. I don't know if Goldschmidt's ever won a
I
gold
think
glove.
Goldie's won a gold.
First base is like that one position, dude, where it's like, I mean, I don't even need a gold glove from a first baseman, dog.
Yeah,
That's
but I
just
mean,
a benefit.
if you're, yeah, he's won the Gold Glove 3 times.
He's
In
probably also
Arizona.
won some silver sluggers too.
Oh, 4 times. Also won it in St. Louis as well. And four silver sluggers. Yeah. But I mean, you're missing 2 players, both offensively and defensively, that really change the makeup of this team. So,
Yep.
you got to wonder, what their focus is on, not getting the vaccine, because it is hurting their team. These are, possibly 2 games that can really make a huge difference in this series because of how tight their division race is.
Yeah, and you also like you
they're out
want
of
to.
it.
You'd rather win your division than be in a wild card series.
Oh, absolutely.
I know this year the first wild card series is 3 games now.
Yeah.
So it is more beneficial, but I mean, still, like you want that home field advantage.
You want the time to rest up anybody who's injured,
and you don't want to have to play, because I think that first wild card game, if I'm not mistaken, between the second and third wild cards, that's a 1-game playoff, right?
second and third is 1 game, yeah.
And then and then the
goes to 3.
Yeah. So I mean, you don't even want to be in that position of a 1-game playoff, because it's baseball, dude. Anything can happen in 1 game. Yep. Anything can happen. Like the best team does not always win a baseball game.
Yeah, and if we're looking at the wild card right now, they're sitting in third.
Yeah,
they're going to have to pay the Padres for a single game, and the Padres are definitely a team that can take out St. Louis.
Especially because the Padres will have home field advantage too.
Yep. Yeah. So if you don't win that division, which they very well can win the division here, but
I mean, they're 3 games back right now, Ben.
Yeah,
they could be 4 games back tomorrow. That's a lot, dude.
Yeah.
That's a lot of games.
Let's see, what's Milwaukee's schedule like for the rest of the year? Oh, Texas just tied it up on Seattle, top of the 9th. Yikes.
How are the Giants doing? Is that game over?
No, not yet. Let's see. Ooh, 7-3 Arizona now.
Jesus, dude.
So looking at the rest of the schedule for the Brewers, let's see.
If the Cardinals get Juan Soto, though, I mean, that changes a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody gets Juan Soto, that changes a lot of things.
I don't necessarily think that's true for like the Yankees or Dodgers, because both those teams need a starting pitcher bad.
Yeah.
Like they get Juan Soto, it's a benefit. It's like a luxury, but they need a starting pitcher and a high leverage reliever. Both those teams do. Because the Dodgers, who knows, because they're like banged up too. Blake Trinan, he's out. He's been out for like basically the whole fucking year. Bruce Gratterall is out right now. They got to get a high leverage reliever in there.
Yeah. Brewers, they kind of have a tough schedule. It's really 50-50 here. They play the Dodgers 7 times. They play the Yankees twice. Oh no, 3 games. Boston 3 games. The Mets 3 games. And then they've got St. Louis for 3 games. But then they got Cincinnati for 6, Cubs for 6, Arizona for 7. Oh no, Cincinnati they play 9 times.
Cincinnati's in their division,
10 times.
so
10 more times. Arizona.
They probably got the Pirates a few more times too.
Times. Pirates 6 more games. So it's really 50-50 on their schedule. So if they can pull up a big lead, especially because they go into Boston, then they go to Pittsburgh, then they go to Cincinnati. If they can, by the end of the first week of August, pick up like a 6-game lead, that's going to be huge for them.
Yep. Especially because if they get Wandy Peralta back, that's, or not Wandy Peralta, but Peralta, they get him back. That's huge for the Brewers.
Yep.
And like they got to make a move too, Ben.
Yeah.
They got to make a move too. Josh Hader has not been good at all in the last few months, dude.
No.
In the last month for sure. But yeah, dude, the Brewers have to make a move too, because I mean the Brewers, you got Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff is looking good again.
I think the Brewers have to make 2 moves. I think they have to get a bat in there and they have to get another pitcher.
Yeah, but the Brewers have always relied on pitching, dude.
I'm not happy if I'm going into a playoff series as a team batting 237.
Who you getting that's changing that though?
Yeah.
You know, because you can't go out and trade for a Juan Soto because he ain't gonna resign there.
No.
You know, so you're basically just wasting
your farm system
in that regard.
Yeah.
So they have to like buy low on someone, dude. Like they got to get somebody that isn't going to cost them much because they're basically it's a rental.
Yeah.
You know, maybe like a Brandon Drury or a I don't even know who else is like got a year left that's on the market right now.
No.
Nelson Cruz maybe. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Like that's what they're going to have to target.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. They're just not going to be able to do that. Oh, Josh Bell.
Yeah.
That would be actually a great addition for them.
Either of those two, I think Nelson Cruz or Josh Bell would be beneficial.
Yep. Marlins came out today, Ben. They said that everybody is on the trade block except for Sandy Alcantara.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I mean, Pablo Lopez is out there, dude. The Orioles have been tied to him for 2 weeks.
Yeah, big win for the Orioles today, too.
Dude, huge win for the Orioles. Yep. McClanahan on the mound, dude.
Yep.
Irvin and I were talking last night. He was like, would you bet the Orioles tonight? I said, absolutely not. I would not bet against McClanahan, especially because the Orioles don't normally hit lefties. Honestly, they didn't really get to McClanahan. They got to the bullpen. Mm-hmm. But that's what they do, dude. They come back late in games, and they win. And their bullpen is nails.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude, the Orioles get into the postseason, Ben. Reminds me of Giants 2010, minus the starting pitching.
Yeah.
But they got their bullpen is nails, dude.
Yeah.
So they just need a starter to go 5 innings, dude. They get a starter to go 5 innings and they get a lead. Nails. Yeah. Absolute fucking nails, dude. Oh, I love the Orioles, man. What a fun team. What a fun team, dude. Shout out to the city of Baltimore. You know, I was there last year, went to an Orioles game. I told you, Ben, and the Orioles were dog shit last year. I was like, bro, those fans are crazy, dude. Like, they love that team, even though they suck, dude.
Especially when they start winning.
Yeah, and now they're, like, winning, dude. And how good of a feeling is that? Like, last year, they were so bad, dude. They were terrible. And now this year, they're just fucking raking, dude.
Yeah.
What a fun team, dude. Reminds me of, like, the A's, when the A's are good.
Yeah.
Because we suck a lot, often. It's okay, though. We beat the Astros, man. Again, dude. 2 games in a row. I'm telling you, bro, the only team we could beat is the Astros.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hilarious. All right, let's talk about your Giants, Ben. 5 games in a row they lose.
Yeah. After having
actually 6 games in a row now. This is 6 in a row after tonight.
Is it 6 in a row after tonight?
Yep.
And they had a decent little run there for, a hot minute.
Yep.
And then things just have deteriorated. They're letting the long ball go.
The bullpen sucks.
Bullpen's trash.
They can't play defense.
Yep.
Like, that's the issue, dude, is like they're so bad defensively. And do you think a part of that could be because they have so many guys platooning? Like, they don't get to play every day, and it could ruin rhythm and stuff.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a big issue there. I mean, we do have a lot of injuries kind of going around right now, which causes a lot of shuffling for Kapler, and I think that's a big problem. Is like you said, they're shuffling so much that they can't get that rhythm, and that I think is a big aspect of why the defense has been a little shaky.
Oh, Brandon Crawford.
Yeah, and pitching has just been off.
The starting pitching has been decent, though. It's been the bullpen that's just been
the bullpen
terrible.
Has been bad all year. So there's
the Giants were so good last year, dude, in the bullpen. Ben, like that's where they were like excellent.
Yep.
That kid Rogers, dude, you can't even put him in a game anymore.
Yeah, nobody could hit off of him last year, and now it's
fucking
complete opposite.
Dude, they're teeing off on him, dude.
Yep.
Fucking BP out there.
Yeah. It's it's not pretty. It's definitely not pretty. I mean, there's still a little bit of time. They're only 4 games back on no, not 4 games. 3 games back.
4.5 now.
4.5 now. Wow. So it's slipping away. I definitely think they can make some moves at the deadline here.
So Ben, if you're Farhan, do you look at it like, okay, I can make a move or two and we can make a wild card, maybe not win a wild card game? Or do you say, hey, let me sell off some of these older guys and let's build up our farm real quick? Because, for example, like, all right, the Giants go out and trade Juan Soto. Does he push the Giants over the edge to not only you're a wild card team, not only are you just a playoff team, but you can win a playoff series?
Yes.
You think so?
If you
Even
can
with that
also
bullpen?
if you can also get a left-handed pitcher. I think you
Bullpen
need,
pitcher.
Yeah.
See, but that's like, because you're already giving up a ton to get Soto.
Yeah, absolutely. But you're also going to need a lefty in the pen. Either way, you're going to need a lefty in the pen. And I think you need another probably outfielder out there. But my biggest.
So what if you trade Rodon? Because he has an opt-out at the end of the year, so there's no guarantee that he plays next year.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I think it goes into that whole like last second, if you can get Soto, if you can get those, two, if not Soto, then those 2 or 3 pieces that will make you a complete team, then I don't think you trade them. But if it's not looking like something that you can really pull in, then you last second sell off and, you get yourself ready for next year, because, I don't see the Giants competing with the Mets. I don't see the Giants. Well, maybe the Mets, but I don't see the Giants competing with the Dodgers
or the Braves
at all, or the Braves. So, it's not going to be a deep playoff run. It's only going to be a series or the wild card series that they'd be able to get through. So, it's, if you can get Soto, I say you go for it. And I think he can bring that offense that they need to, give a little bit of relief from the pitchers in the bullpen. I think you do need to just add depth in that bullpen to, at least eat innings. But, if not, then, maybe you pick up a Luzardo, maybe you pick up a decent lefty that will re-sign.
I mean, the Giants will never have an issue signing pitchers, Ben, because they have a pitcher-friendly park.
Yeah.
So I think pitchers will always be inclined to go to San Francisco.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even think about trading Rodon to like a minute ago, dude, to be honest. Yeah. But like, I'm thinking of it as like, if I'm the Giants, dude, and I know that, okay, I can make the playoffs, but I know I don't have enough to win a playoff series, because outside of Rodon and Logan Webb, my starting pitching is very highly questionable.
Yeah.
And my bullpen sucks.
Yeah.
Like, can I make enough moves to make my team good enough to win a playoff series? I don't know if that's a possibility without absolutely just gutting your farm system. So why don't you trade off one of your most valuable pieces in Carlos Rodon, and you could probably get, a team's, 3 of their top 10 prospects for him.
Yeah.
3 of their top 15 prospects. And then a lot of those, maybe a couple of those prospects are MLB ready. Plus the Giants have money. They could literally go re-sign Rodon after the end of the year, because he has an opt-out clause. He's 90% going to opt out at this point.
Yeah.
He's pitched over his value.
Yeah, 111 innings.
So he's definitely going to opt out. So you could literally trade him and then re-sign him at the end of the year, similar to like what the Yankees did when they traded Chapman to the Cubs, and then the Cubs didn't re-sign him and the Yankees re-signed him again.
Yeah,
very similar to that situation. And the Giants, like I said, the Giants have money to spend. Like, they can go and sign other free agents. Plus, they have these other prospects coming up, and you could add to that and kind of reset your franchising and have more depth. Because right now, I'm sorry, dude, they got guys out there that shouldn't be playing baseball, Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, some of these, like, Darren Ruff had a great year last year. That dude is an absolute clumsy-ass bum on the field, dude. Like, he's not good defensively. That kid
he's good, though.
Against lefties. Against lefties, he's good.
He's good at the plate.
Against lefties.
He's good at the plate.
Against lefties. He's
What's
not good
his split against lefties and righties?
I don't know. Let's look. What do you think? I'm almost positive. I guarantee he has like more than 60% of his home runs are against lefties. Darren Ruff, 35 years old. 35-year-old second-year player. Splits.
Here we go. Okay, versus lefties, he's batting, oh, damn it, 265 versus righties, 195.
Yeah, dude, he's a total
9 home runs against lefties, 2 home runs against righties.
But that's what the Giants have a lot of, Ben. They have a bunch of dudes like that are like just platoon players. Like they switch off lefties and righties.
Yep.
They need more consistent bats out there. Like, yeah, Darren Ruff is a great like second outfielder. Like fourth outfielder. You know, that he can like come in when lefties do pitch, because you only see a lefty like once every like 4 games, once every 5 games usually. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Or he can come in, face a left-handed reliever, pinch hit. Great. That's a great spot for him. But as a guy to play every day, like, not so much.
Yeah. Well, I think another thing that the Giants need to do, if they do sell, is they got to get rid of some of their old guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, trade some of those dudes.
Their age is just way too...
Longoria is on IL right now, so that kind of fucking sucks.
Yep. You got Longoria. I mean, you're not trading Belt just because he's one of the faces of the team.
Yeah, but
Crawford is probably the same way. They'll probably get rid of Listella. He's already been rumored to be gone.
Who's gonna trade for him?
The rumor is A's for Luzardo.
Luzardo doesn't even play for the A's anymore.
Or sorry, not Luzardo. Who's the center fielder?
Laureano? There's
yeah.
no fucking way the A's are trading Laureano for Listella, dog. Unless the Giants throw in a prospect or something.
I don't remember where I read that, but
there's zero possibility of that happening. The A's are trying to get younger, dog, not older.
Yeah.
There's no chance, dude. I think Laureano is going to be packaged with Frankie Montas.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to when the A's traded Rich Hill and Josh Reddick to the Dodgers. I think a very similar... I think that's going to be another path, because they can get more. And like the Yankees could use a starting pitcher and an outfielder. The Dodgers could use a starting pitcher and an outfielder. There's a couple other contenders that could use a starting pitcher and an outfielder. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that's going to be a similar path that we're going to see those two get moved. I mean, maybe the Giants give up some prospects for both of those guys. I mean, that'd be a good move for the Giants.
It definitely would. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
you've got Belt and Bailey, so you can get rid of... I mean, I guess A's don't need catcher.
No, they have 2.
Bart.
They're trying to trade Sean Murphy. I read today that teams have been inquiring on him because the A's top prospect, they're 2 of their top prospects, 2 of their 3 top prospects are catchers.
Interesting.
Langley's the centerpiece of the package they got from Matt Olson, is absolutely raking down in AAA right now. He actually won MVP of the Futures game, the MLB All-Star Futures game. He won MVP. I mean, he's raking, dude. Like, he's ready to come up, but like the A's aren't going to call him up to like not play every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that Sean Murphy's going to get traded. The Mets need a catcher desperately. The Mets absolutely have to trade for a catcher. So either they're going to trade for Wilson Contreras of the Mets, or they might take a cheaper route and take Sean Murphy. But then if you're the Mets, you're like, damn, dude, we just signed Marte from the A's. We traded for Bassett. We signed Mark Canha. Like, we have all these A's players. Like, now we're going to add Sean Murphy. I don't know if they're going to do that.
Yeah.
But I think outside of the Mets, dude, I don't know who really desperately needs a catcher, though, that's in playoff contention. Maybe the Giants, actually. They need a catcher. Joey Bart sucks, dog.
Bart hasn't been great.
He's been terrible, dude.
Yeah. Not living up to...
That's literally the biggest difference from last year is probably Buster Posey, dude.
Well, yeah, and Gaussman. Rodon's pitching well, too, but...
I mean,
and then it's our bottom 3 pitchers that have really just not showed up like we had last year. So
let me take my victory lap real quick, man. I called it
yeah,
all last year. Jags,
we did a
baby.
hell of a lot better than you expected last year. So.
Oh, absolutely. But I kept telling you all last year, I was like, dude, these guys are Jags, dog. Like, they're gonna regress. They didn't regress until the end, till this year. But
yeah,
I mean,
a lot further down the line than you thought.
They steadily regress, though. Like, they took a cliff dive down back to normal, dude.
Yeah.
It wasn't a slow decline. It was like this, man. Remember that game Cliffhanger and Price is Right?
Yep.
Boom.
Yep. Alex Wood, 4.1. Alex Cobb, 4.2.
D. Scalfini
Tyler
out
Rogers,
for the year.
4.87. D. Scalfini out for the year.
But before that, he had like 6.3. Yeah.
Jake McGee with a 7.17.
You guys already cut him, too.
Yep.
Oh.
Sam Long. Duvall, 2.88 when he was low 2s, high 1s last year. Just.
It was bound to happen, though.
Yep.
Told you, bro.
Yep.
Just like I told you, fucking, what's his face? Catman wasn't willing to back him minus 200 plus.
It's true.
It's tough. It's tough. Should we look at some games for tomorrow before we get out of here?
Yeah.
What games you want to look at?
We talked about the Yankees Mets a little bit.
You want to look at that game tomorrow?
There's actually not odds out for that game because, at least I'm not seeing any odds out for that game.
Let me
because
see.
Scherzer hasn't been officially named as pitcher.
Let me see here.
Oh, now I'm seeing minus 165 Mets.
I'm seeing, minus 160 Scherzer versus Herman.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it listed. Yeah, it's gonna get nasty tomorrow, bro. I don't know, cause dude, Ben, my biggest issue with the Yankees right now is that their entire offense is coming from Aaron Judge's bat, dude.
Yeah, especially with Stanton going on the IL.
And I just don't know how sustainable this is. And then you got to face a guy like Max Scherzer.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, the Yankees are number 1 in WRC plus against right-handed pitching on the road. But I have a hard time going against Max Scherzer in this spot, dude. Yep. I don't trust the Yankees bats at this point. Like,
no. Tonight
was nasty. They went like, I think they left like 14 runners stranded on base tonight.
Yeah.
Because they 70% of their runs all year have been generated off home runs, dude.
Yep.
And that's just not sustainable. I don't like it.
Especially against a guy like Scherzer.
Yeah, and Herman is pitching in the Mets, like up until Sunday night they were awful. They had not been hitting the ball well, but Sunday night they kind of broke out the bats, and then today put up 4 runs on Jordan Montgomery in the first inning, ended up only scoring 6, but I mean, like, they've scored a lot more. They 6-2, dude.
Yeah.
The Yankees only scored on fucking 2 solo home runs.
Yeah.
That was it. Last ball game.
Yeah. Yeah, Scherzer's under a home run per 9, which kind of really...
He's not giving up the long ball.
Yeah. I mean, neither is, Herman either, but...
Yeah, 15 ERA, dog. He giving up runs.
He's only pitched... Yeah, he's only pitched 3 innings, but I guess 2 home runs in those 3 innings. Never mind. So, 6 hits, 2 strikeouts, and a walk in those 3 innings.
Yeah. I like the Mets here. I don't like the minus 160, but I am willing to back Scherzer minus 160.
Yeah. I'd probably go minus a run and a half too.
What's the over under?
Or maybe first 5 minus half a run. That would
probably be the best bet, yeah. Or if you can get a first 3 inning bet, if your book does that.
Yeah, I'd probably go run in the first.
Yeah, I'd probably take a run in the first 2. You could probably get plus odds at that too. It's probably going to be like minus 105 or plus 100.
Yep.
I think that's another good play there. Yeah, I like the Mets there.
Yeah.
Should we do some best bets real quick?
Absolutely.
All right, what best bets you got for tomorrow, Ben?
So first best bet I'm going to do is going to be that minus minus a half a run for the first 5 in the Yankees Mets game. I think the Mets can definitely take this early and continue running throughout the game with it. We talked about their pitching. The Yankees pitching has been subpar over these last 3 weeks or so, 4 weeks or so. So I think that's going to be continuing on a downhill trend. And then we're also going to get some good odds by taking Logan Webb tomorrow for the Giants and Diamondbacks. They cannot continue this spread. They are going to be going up against Zach Gallen, but Gallen has not been as hot as he started over the last 7 days.
He was great in his last start, though.
Yeah, he was great in his last start. Only 2 hits, 7 in 7 innings there. So, but Giants are going to have to win one of these games of this series, and it's got to come tomorrow. So, this is definitely my, I'd say my 1 pint bet of the day, and not the 3 pint bet of the day. For the 3 pint bet, I'd definitely go with Mets minus a half a run in the first 5.
Nice, I like it. I'm going Rays Orioles under 8 runs. Orioles are 16th in WRC plus versus right-handed pitchers at home and 17th in OPS. And the Rays are 16th in WRC plus against right-handed pitchers at home. We got Tyler Wells versus Drew Rasmussen. Tyler Wells is a 3.69 ERA, but he has been susceptible to the long ball. However, the Rays do not hit for power. They are like 26 in the league, 9% home run to fly ball ratio on the road versus righties. Rasmussen will be opposing the Orioles, as I said. He has a 4.15 ERA on the road compared to 2.09 at home. But I expect runs to be at a premium here. The game went under 8 today. I actually finished at 8. And like I said, the Orioles have nails bullpen, dude. So yeah. I like the under 8 runs here. And then we're going to go over 11.5 runs. I know this is a lot. Rockies versus White Sox. The Rockies hit into 100 double plays tonight. I swear to God, they must have hit into dude, I feel like every inning they hit into a double play, which is unheard of, dude. But tomorrow, we get Lucas Giolito versus Anthony Sanzantella. Both these dudes are not good this year. Lucas Giolito has an over 5 ERA. The ball will be flying out in Coors Field. Give me over 11.5 runs. Because today was 2-0, dude. There's no way we get another 2-0 type game, dude. We're taking that over 11.5, man. We're cashing these tickets, baby.
There we go. Zach Gallen also on 3 days rest tomorrow. So pitching on the 4th day.
Are you serious?
Yep. They moved Christian to the IL, so...
Interesting.
It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, that might actually be a good play there, taking Logan Webb.
Yep.
I didn't even think about Gallen coming off. That's crazy.
Yep.
Anyways, make sure to go to Devour.com or download the Devour app straight to your mobile device and use promo code Taproom for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. We're basically giving you 2 free beers. Use promo code Taproom, Devour.com, Devour app. Get some good beer, drink it up, tag us in your post. Let's rock. We'll be coming out with a contest very soon for our YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube, like it, subscribe to the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. For Mr. Big Ball and Ben Larson, I'm Jordan Stacks on Stacks on Stacks, lads. We will see y'all later. Irvin and I will be back tomorrow night. Big 12. Big 12, baby. We're doing Big 12. Y'all have a blessed Tuesday. Let's win this money. Let's go.